Do. It's the pod.
Welcome to the G.A.Y.
Hey. So we made I'm not even going to rope Maddie into this. I made an Instagram story that may or may not have ruined our fate. We were going to film. It's been really nice out here in Portland, and we were going to film outside on the roof. And so much happened and so much went wrong that we yesterday were like, this is a lost episode.
We said, you win some, you lose some.
Straight up. Yeah.
You win some, you lose some.
And we learned a lot, and we know what to do for next time.
Yeah. I mean, it was really good. It was a really good kicking episode. Sorry y'all weren't there. But yeah, about 25 minutes into it, we realized, hey, the recording hasn't been recording.
Yeah. But it's okay, because what we were talking about, we could talk about infinitely. And we didn't, It wasn't anything like we sat there for a full hour.
No,
and
literally.
Didn't notice. It was like 6 minutes.
It was like 20 minutes, but 6 minutes had been recorded.
Yes. But Maddie and I got to hang out. And
yeah, and
literally, that's
the whole point.
Let's just get right back into it.
Okay.
Start us off. Kick us off, Queen.
Yellowjackets season 3 spoilers. Major spoilers. Okay, this is the first thing I said yesterday, and it's the first thing I'll say today. I am still a Shauna Shipman defender. Now, some of you may think I'm fucking crazy for that, and you know what? You're right. I am. But listen, there's something about being in a plane crash with your best friend, and then your best friend dies, and then you have to eat your best friend, and then not only did your best friend die and you eat her, you're also pregnant with her boyfriend's baby, and then you have to give birth to that baby, and obviously it doesn't make it. They're in the fucking wilderness. Like, girl she's been through it, and I'm not saying her actions are justified, but I'm just saying, I stand by her. And I love a crazy girl.
And you know what? I definitely agree with that statement. And also, it's really hard to balance all of that with your own sexuality.
She's gay, folks.
Yeah, straight up. And I do also want to tack on there something I did say yesterday, and I still, again, even after sleeping on it and figuring out, like, okay, what did I say yesterday that I want to highlight again today? To everyone who is out there that has been watching Yellowjackets, and to everyone who is like, this character is evil, this character is da-da-da, if you support this character, you're fucked up, da-da-da-da-da, don't you know this character is the villain, da-da-da-da-da-da. Hey, so what did you think this show was going to be about when we started it? So it's definitely not a show. It is definitely not a soft, sapphic romance show. It has sapphic elements, but that is not what this is about. And I think that somewhere along the way, we kind of, the fandom, I would say, sort of like, not infantilized, but they kind of like forgot that this is a dark show about really fucked up shit and about the fucked up things that humans have had to do in the past to survive. And I think that having a show that, being one of the few shows that's out there right now that has like sapphic representation, both good and bad, I think that...
What do you mean? It's all good.
No, it's all good, but like, I mean, the types of people who turn out to be sapphic. Like, obviously, Shauna Shipman, like, we are supposed to look at her actions and go, those aren't great. But we can also look at Ty and Van and go, oh, they're like a good couple. But then on the flip side, you're like, they definitely hunted and tried to kill a guy. So it's like...
They also covered up Shauna's murder.
Yeah, I just want to say, these characters are nuanced. They're supposed to feel icky, but also like you're rooting for them. Because at the end of the day, this show is about damaged goods, folks. This show is about PTSD and trauma responses, and how, you know what, maybe narratively for too long, shows that focused on women have only focused on their trauma in high school, and we're just taking the setting and making it a lot darker and a lot more graphic, and saying, yeah, they might this trauma is just what they would have gone through in high school, just a little bit darker and a little bit heavier, you know? Like, yeah. I don't know. It's crazy. Also, is there magic? Like, is there magic?
You said this yesterday, and I also stand by that. I have no fucking clue.
No fucking clue,
No
bitch.
fucking clue.
No idea. Zero. None.
Every episode, I'm like, yes, there's evidence. And every episode, I'm like, all right, they just solved it.
And then 10 minutes later, you're like, sick.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I don't know. I definitely think that there is something... I don't know. Or maybe they're just mystical. Fucking...
They are predicting the future.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
There are a lot of instances of, like, the future is being correctly predicted, or it's just luck, or it's just happenstance, whatever it is. I do also think that the imagery from this last episode was really, really strong and really, really cool. Lottie Matthews, bitch, you're crazy, but also, like, you pictured a really cool divine entity, and that shot alone, I think, like... I don't know. It does a lot for me in terms of, like, style of the show, because it's literally romanticizing PTSD and trauma.
Yeah. He said mic down. To 180 that, what's your favorite Shauna nickname you've seen on Twitter? I'll go first. Shauna Belector.
Shauna Belector goes crazy. Bisexual, what was it?
Bisexual Stalin.
Bisexual Stalin is crazy.
That's wild.
That was my favorite. And I do also want to say one of the things that I really enjoyed about the season finale is that a lot of fans thought that they were misremembering the first episode of the show, but I think they were we watched this with more clarity now. Yeah. Like, we understand why in season 1, like, they look like they're fucking evil and they enjoy eating people. But then by this season finale, we learned that, like, only one person likes doing that. Oh, there's only one bitch there that likes doing that crazy shit. We could argue that Ty likes doing it.
Lottie,
but, like... She wasn't participating in the hunt, though. She wasn't, like...
No,
she was in the cave doing her own, like, I'm seeing God.
Bitch whacked a man with an axe, though.
Yeah, she did it because I also think that Lottie is smart enough to know that guy would have told on them. Like, out of all 3 of the people that showed up, that guy looked like the biggest snitch. And I agree with whacking his ass when they got him. Sorry.
No, I agree. Me too.
More thoughts on Yellowjackets. The Misty Ty team up is crazy.
That's kind of wild.
I hope the show ends with Callie killing her mom.
Ooh, that would be super interesting. And
Melissa Hat.
Melissa Hat.
That's my favorite nickname.
Melissa
Hat.
Any
character, Melissa Hat is so funny.
Shout out to the girl on Twitter who got a fucking tattoo of the hat. That's actually pretty baller.
You're crazy for that one, actually.
I have written in my notes, wish Callie killed Jeff.
No.
Okay, listen.
They're like the poor man's Joel and Ellie from The Last of Us.
No, literally. Love Jeff. He's so fun. He's such a fucking dum-dum. Like, I am so over his ass. The fact that his, like, fucking 18-year-old daughter had to explain that Sean is fucking crazy to him. Like, I don't know. Get him out.
But he should have been known that since they were teenagers.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, he's dumb and he kind of deserves it.
Yeah. Well, I think that Callie would kill Shauna before Shauna killed Jeff. Like, I don't think Callie would let that slide.
No, 100%. Shauna's mini monologue at the end, 8. And I can't wait to see her go fucking full psycho.
Yeah, I enjoyed it from the standpoint of like, okay, so we now fully understand the scope of why Shauna is the way that she is, and it's because she spent a majority of her life in the shadows, and then one really bad thing happened, and she managed to capitalize off it and feel like a bad bitch. And then she quietly fell back into the role of like suburban mom and is kind of going like serial mom.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's crazy and she likes that attention. She likes the thrill of, like, doing something fucked up and keeping it a secret.
Yeah. Side note, Jackie Shauna. Confirmed.
Confirmed! Yeah, Travis was real for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, bring it out. Air that bitch out in public.
Did you see that Sophie and Elise was like, I didn't take it as that. I was like...
So what else are you supposed to take it as? That girlie signed an NDA, though, so respect that hustle.
Yeah, for real.
I do also just, real quick, want to say, all the girls deserve an Emmy.
Oh, 100%.
The entire cast still does a really good job of keeping me invested and making me care. I'll say this again because I said it yesterday. I wish we could have done a little bit of a better job of romanticizing Lottie's death.
Yeah.
That River. Okay, here's my critique of the episode. Those Riverdale ass fucking cuts. Hated it. I hated it every time it happened. I'm like, wow, the quality of the show just went down. I'm like,
literally.
that's so, like, in real, like, if you're expecting us not to be able to remember that, you're fucking crazy.
No, wait. Can we talk about how the quality of the show is kind of gone down?
I agree.
Hey, I'm going to say here are my big main three. This is so fucked up, but I can't. It's like so noticeable. The cinematography.
Yes.
Slash lighting.
The only time, the only scene that really stands out is, and the reason I keep talking about it, is the Antler Queen.
Yeah.
Like, entity
with
stepping forward with the glowing and the nails. Like, that was the
sick.
shit. But
that was a great shot. So cinematography and lighting, hair and makeup.
It didn't take a meme for me to point it out, but I'm glad someone made the meme. The wig that they're using for Misty is crazy. It's really bad.
Van scars, young Van and old Van. They don't even look. I mean, they're like in the same places, but they don't look like alike.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think that some of the rumors about budget cuts to bring people on might be a little bit true.
100%.
I also think, like, Hilary Swank, get your bag, but also, like, could be... Was Hilary Swank, like, super necessary for this? Like,
all I'll say is I hope they do something really fucking cool with Melissa Hatt.
I just wish it could have been more of these actresses that were... Because Hilary Swank has always been popular. There hasn't been a time where she kind of, like, stepped back and didn't act. You could argue the same for Melanie Linsky, but I think it's just, like... The budget cut was not worth the character reveal or even worth the character herself. I would have loved to have seen a different actress step up and claim that role.
Dare I say it was fan service?
It was. But I don't even remember seeing people wanting... Like, Hilary Swank would not be an actress. I'd be like, I want her on this show.
No, I was just Melissa Hatt.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I only saw that on Twitter. And then during the promos of season 3, they were, like, kind of teasing her. I was like, wait, why is she getting, like, lines? Hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
Wait, she was never actually a main character. I think she only had, like, 2 lines last season.
Yeah, I think they did I think that's the other thing. The only other inconsistency of the show that I hate is how many girls were on this plane when it crashed down. I also don't... We're used to... Hey, Game of Thrones existed. We're used to big ensemble casts of characters that we need to remember. Like, I don't think that casting a bunch of people to be your main cast throughout the entire thing was a bad idea.
No.
I think that it was dumb that they chose not to do that. And it definitely tells me that this was supposed to be, like... This was a pilot that got greenlit. They wrote it, and they're going flying by the seat of their pants, season by season. Yeah.
Which is so scary.
Yeah. We'll see how next season goes. I really liked how it ended. I thought it was really cool. Again, a lot of the choices were very Riverdalian, but I could see how when you're caught up in the moment of writing, you're like, this shit's gonna fucking eat. Yeah. And then sometimes it just turns out a little cheesier than you anticipated. But I also think the show is kind of campy sometimes.
100%. I mean, they're fucking a soccer team that went down in the forest. Like,
yeah.
Come on. Like,
I just hope we don't get into the territory of the government planned this.
If this turns out to be the Wilds 2.0, I'm actually jumping off a cliff.
Yeah.
Like, I will lose it. I will actually lose my marbles.
I wish we also stuck to the horror genre a little bit harder. It feels like we kind of drifted away from that, but I feel like the show was working when it was leaning more into the thriller horror elements and not so much the, like, mystery thriller stuff. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like when we saw severed dog heads on tables
Yeah.
and the imagery of, like, creepy kid drawings and mysterious, like, envelopes showing up and suicides and candles.
Yeah.
And when it was more rooted in that, it felt a lot better. But now that we're kind of drifting away from that genre and it's becoming more of, like, we understand the stories more about PTSD and all this other stuff, it's just becoming weird. Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's just so many layers to this show, and they're opening so many plot holes, and it just doesn't feel like anything's closing.
No. And I don't think...
And that's concerning.
Yeah, I mean, even if they make it all the way to... They want how many seasons? 5?
They need to end it at 4. Let's wrap it up, Pooks.
Yeah.
Hey, Pookies. I love you. Wrap it up.
Respectfully, though. Because I've had a good time.
No, exactly. I just don't want it to get shit. Like, I don't want to
Yeah.
be watching this show where I was, like, so in love with it and it go to shit.
Well, I also think that this show would have been good at 3 seasons max.
I agree with that, but they can't close a fucking plot hole. Like, they can't close a plot.
Also, wouldn't it have just been cooler if this show, like, turned into them hunting each other when they're adults? I think it would have made it way more like a big intricate game of tag.
And that's why I'm like, well, maybe it fucking is. There's some magic to it because it's like, ooh, they're all just kind of, ooh, just dying. Ooh.
Yeah. You might not want that.
Exactly.
But I do. Okay, but what is it that you want? Like, that wasn't even a line. Like, that didn't really make sense to me either.
It's
still kind of pissed about that. Like, I don't know.
I wrote down in my notes that the van death kind of feels like Glenn's death from The Walking Dead.
They did it for the clickbait for the
100%, and it's like, hey, this wasn't the time.
No, we just got her. Like, and we just got what's her face too, and we'll never. And the thing that I think that sucks about it is we're only gonna learn about them through flashbacks now, and it's like when we could have learned about them in real time.
Yeah, 100%.
But hey, hopefully you writers, you make us shut the fuck up and you drop a banging 4th season.
Please, holy shit, please prove us wrong. Please.
Please.
I'm begging you. Actually, I would really love for this to be a fucking banger.
But I there's nothing I have left to say on that. Living on the Edge. Come on, guys.
That's all I got. Great pick. Actually, great pick. Classy. Not classy. Classic movie. Like, perfectly encapsulated van. Hey, I can't talk. I'm so sorry.
This feels like Riverdale.
I'm about to beat this bitch up.
Okay, but you can't sit here and act like that wasn't perfect for Van.
Living on the Edge? That's the song they played at the end of the season when Natalie held the thing up to the sky.
Oh.
Yeah, that's where I was like, hey, guys. That's where I was like, all right.
Yeah, no. That's actually fair.
What I'm saying is like, and it's what I was telling Maddie, is if they would have picked a darker, more sad and sorrow sounding version of either of those songs, I think it would have been delivered a lot better, just because, I don't know, I feel like the show has this theme of like whenever an episode ends or whenever an arc ends, you just end up feeling sad and you end up going, it's less of like a, oh, and it's more of like a, oh.
Yeah.
And so like when big things like that happen and you play like the OG track, it just is like, it's not an epic moment. It's a sad moment.
Yeah.
And I just wish the music reflected it a little bit more. But I mean, Oh, God, no. I had something else on my tongue that I said yesterday while we were talking about Yellowjackets, and I can't remember what it is. Damn.
No.
That really sucks, because I remember feeling kind of passionately about it, but do you have any more thoughts on Yellowjackets?
No, I just can't wait for the next season.
Yeah. Buzz, 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 buzz.
We'll be here next season.
Yeah. Whenever
So-
it comes out.
Please stop recording soon. Please stop filming soon.
I guess now we can, spoiler warning over, okay, so we have our lists of stuff, or we did ask you guys if you had any questions for us.
Yeah, we did.
So I guess, Maddie, the question for you is, what do you want to do first?
I think we should answer some questions that we got.
I agree.
I think we should let it up to fate, you know?
Yeah,
Let
yeah.
fate guide this.
Yeah.
Let fate, aka you guys, our loyal followers on Instagram. Thank you so much for
Yeah, thanks for the question.
shooting in some questions
Yeah.
and comments and concerns. We're here to answer them. We're gonna keep you all anonymous though. And then if you don't want to be anonymous next time, just tell us you don't care.
Did it
Okay.
save the questions?
It has to.
It has to.
It has to.
It simply
It
must.
simply must. All right, chill.
Copyright.
Yo, chill.
I guess while Maddie pulls that up, one of the things that I had on this list that I can just touch on briefly, I just have a thing on here that says, I need Pedro Pascal biblically. So, like, the evolution of my taste in men, like, I think in middle school, early high school, is definitely, like, Ryan Reynolds tease. Like, I thought Ryan Reynolds was really hot. Still kind of do. Period. Damn, how'd you find that?
Do you want to, in the archived?
Love.
Yeah. Do you want to finish that thought, though?
Yeah, no, and then, like, late high school, throughout college, I was like, John Hamm. That's my guy. Pedro Pascal? Hello? Whoa. That guy's really hot. He's really hot.
Wow.
I think that the older men get, the better they look. I think the younger men get, the more like a naked guinea pig they look. So the first question here says, yeah, no period.
You know what? Hell yeah.
You know what?
So hey guys, that was
Hell
me.
yeah.
Hey guys, sorry, that was me. I was testing to make sure the thing fucking worked. Because I couldn't find the questions.
The questions.
I literally texted him. I was like, I feel like a fucking boomer. Like, I was like, where are these questions on Instagram?
I'll pick a question, then I'll slide it over
Yeah.
to you. There's two that I'm deciding between right now because I think they're funny. I'll answer this one.
Okay.
We got a question that came in that says, why do men suck? They just do. There is no reason why. They just do. Society has placed them on a high enough pedestal that, unfortunately, they get away with way more than they should. Example, our president. You can be fucking dog shit awful and people still like you for some reason. There is no excuse. There is no reason. They literally just do. Like, the more and more I live on this earth, I become a misandrist. As a queer man, I hate men. Like, my patience and tolerance for them is extremely low. Extremely low. Just because I, growing up, was around some men that made some decisions and said some things and treated people in a certain way that I was kind of like, ew. And as an adult, I look back on my time and I look back on some of the things that I've done and I'm like, ew. Yeah, take it away, bestie. I want to hear your thoughts.
Men just... it's just the patriarchy, bro. And, like, y'all talk too much and y'all don't listen. And it's just like, you know, they just do. He's right. Hey, a man's being too fucking loud.
Yeah. Like, There legitimately is no reason. They just suck.
They just literally do. I'm sorry, dude. There's no explanation.
Yeah, sorry.
Hey, that's like the best I could do.
I wish I would. Ooh. I wish I had an answer, but I don't. My mic was muted for a sec.
Sometimes I do identify as a man-hating lesbian.
Everyone has to hate. Like, I think the more we start looking at men and questioning their actions and their antics, the more men are hopefully going to do better for themselves. But damn, yeah, it's a grim reality and a grim future, that's for sure.
Oh my god. These are some really good questions, you guys. Let's just throw the next one out there. How to serve cunt.
Okay, so let's get one thing right before we dive into this topic. This terminology to some might be offensive, and I totally understand it, and I totally get it, and more power to you. If you want to skip this section, feel free. Shout out to the Black and brown communities in New York City in the early 1900s, pretty much all the way to the modern day, for sort of pioneering queer culture and protecting queer culture and fighting for our rights. We definitely wouldn't be sitting here today feeling like we could make something named the Gay Pod without the struggles of those people. And this terminology comes from the queer community, more specifically from the ballroom community. For those who are unaware or uninformed, serving cunt is something that can be seen, like, almost every picture you see of SZA. That bitch is serving cunt. Like, there is no question. Like, the face is sitting, the hair always sits, the makeup looks good, the body's too. Same thing with, like, Megan Thee Stallion. Like, Megan Thee Stallion serves cunt. I'm trying to think of, like, Naomi Campbell serves cunt. It's this effort. It's more than just the brands you wear. It's how you wear the brands, and it's how you wear your clothes, and it's how you feel confident, and it's that, like, yeah, it's literally just like when you see someone and it makes you kind of want to make a stank face and go like,
yeah,
that's how you know someone is serving cunt. That's how you serve cunt. Is if you look at someone or you look at yourself and you have to make a face and you have to like do some type of like hand thing, like, yeah, like that's how you know you serve cunt. Shout out to my bestie J-Man.
Shout out.
Taught me how to serve cunt. Serves cunt, is a model, walks that fucking runway. Also, if you want more definitions of cunt, I think several drag queens on RuPaul's Drag Race define themselves as cunt. Even though it's blurred, but you can figure out what word they're saying. Yeah, what defines cunt to you? Should we bleep that?
We're not getting monetized.
You're right.
I mean, who fucking cares?
Hey, at the end of the day, less work for myself.
Yeah, you just said it like 10 times. Cunt counter?
You know what?
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. That's so fucking
That'd be
funny.
so funny though. That would be really funny. But yeah, what say you?
I would mirror all the same sentiments. I also just think like being yourself, and like I think it's just like serving cunt is just like it is an embodiment of yourself. Like you have to just feel it. Like I don't know. Like anyone can do it, I feel like. You just have to have it. Exactly.
And if you don't have it, then maybe you got to figure out how to get it. And if you can't get it, that's tough.
You can't serve it.
You can't serve it. And some people have the unbearable weight and responsibility of serving cunt 24/7. Luckily, I don't think we fall in that category.
No.
So we can just do it sometimes and be like, all right, now we can take this cross off and put it on the right people to bear. But
put it in the closet.
Yeah. Oh.
That's not what I meant.
Crosses in the closet. Hey, that's kind of that's a good album. Ethel Cain.
Putting it in my list of band names. Cross in the closet.
Crosses in the closet. Yeah.
I'm not even joking. I have a list of potential band names, and that's going on it.
I think I remember one of the other questions on there. While you write that down, one of the other questions, which I think is really interesting. What do you think the Badunkadunk tank served for this season? That's so funny. Maddie feels strongly about it.
I actually do. I think that there is absolutely 100% no fucking purpose of the Badunkadunk tank for Michelle Visage.
Michelle Visage. Michelle Visage.
Well, I do. It's like there's no fucking point to it other than to have 2 weeks of extra shows. Like, you get 2 extra episodes.
So I think it is important to say the queens do get paid per episode that they're on, so it is cool that they can get paid another episode. But as a viewer, like, if the wrong person pulls that lever, it's like, bah!
It's like, okay, there was no fucking point of this. I don't know.
The crazy thing is, too, like, only really one queen who pulled it really, really, really didn't deserve to pull it at this point. Now that the dust is settled and we're in our top 4 and now we're just waiting for the crowned winner. Mm-hmm. On your nerve. I am more so... I'm happy Hormona Lisa got saved because Hormona Lisa, like, as much as, like, we did not like her in the beginning, after the fact, I fucking love her.
No, she's so funny.
And I think that, also to fit with the Vegas theme, I think they were going with this thing of, like, gambling and chance and pulling a lever like you pull the lever for slots. And, like, it's that tea, but, like... I don't know. Also the promo shoot was like water. So who knows? They shoot the season and then they do the promo shoot. So who knows if like from the Badunkadunk tank they were like, ooh, let's do water. Or my thing is, because of how the poster looks, put the poster up right here. And because of how all of the other things were shot and like even the burn screens between the commercials, it reminds me of the fountains
100%.
in Vegas, and I think that that's what they were going for.
100%. I still don't fucking like it.
Real.
I still don't fucking like it.
I think RuPaul saying, "Oh, I'll advertise about Vegas now," is a really interesting choice, but pop off, queen.
You know, it seems like people are going to Vegas now, and that's just going to be a thing. Like, Bravo had BravoCon in Vegas, and RuPaul has their show.
People got scammed for a Mr. Beast thing in Vegas.
Yes,
recently.
the Mr. Beast thing! That's crazy as fuck.
Why y'all are thinking Mr. Beast would be at the worst resort in Vegas is beyond me, but hey, if you wanted to pay that money and you got it, good for you.
Side note 180, I've been watching Parks and Rec, and... I don't know if you remember this. Kaboom!
I remember every...
That's Mr. Beast.
Hey, so shout out to our producer, Mac, for getting Maddie into Parks and Rec. Parks and Rec was one of the first shows that I like binge watched on Netflix before binging became like a term. It is the fuck The Office. Like, real quick, like, I respect what The Office did and what it brought to TV and like changing a format, but honestly, like, the writing itself is dry. It's not near as funny as Parks and Rec, and there are better instances of mockumentary themed media that have come out since The Office, where it's truly just like you watch The Office. It's kind of like why you watch like Casablanca.
Yep.
You just watch it because you know it like made an impact. But Parks and Rec, like, because then we can say the successor to Parks and Rec that truly has changed the mockumentary format, Abbott Elementary.
Yeah, I also think a huge mockumentary one is my show Veep. Veep is fucking huge.
What We Do in the Shadows too.
What We Do in the Shadows.
Really good mockumentary series.
That's a really good
and
one.
Mockumentary movie.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that. I still need to watch that. Yeah.
Real quick, I think if you were like, I think your Parks and Rec character that I would line you up with, I really think that I would have to line you up, like...
Don't say it.
Don't say it? I think I have to say it, though. You just kind of give her, unfortunately.
Okay.
Anne? Sorry.
That's so funny because I just said to Mac, I was like, Anna's so fucking boring.
No, like she grows on you. She's like, the show is about their friendship, like Amy and Anne's friendship.
I love that though. I do. I fucking love Leslie.
Oh, Leslie Knope is great.
She's great. I think right now, if I had to align anyone with you, it would probably be...
I already know who it is, so just say it. Say it!
Loki, but there's like so many options you could go with this. I have like an explanation for any pick that I went with. But first one that came to mind was Ron.
Oh, thank you. Okay, I thought it was gonna be Tom, but I really do appreciate
I was thinking
that.
Tom
Yeah.
too.
But Tom is valid.
No, you give very Ron vibes, especially
you.
like now in this Tonio era. You're very. Need I say fucking more? Need I say fucking more?
I literally call my mustache like when I tell Danny, shout out Danny, she cuts my hair. When she trims my mustache, I tell her to like give me the Ron Swanson. Have you met the Tammys yet, or Tammy?
Yes, I've met
One of my favorite characters in media ever.
Tammy in the library.
The fact that Nick Offerman and Megan Mullally are like married in real life makes it so much better.
I love them. I love that, and I fucking love them.
And yeah, all the characters in that show are really good. As a teenager, I was very April coded.
I can 100% see that.
Yeah, she was my favorite character. She still kind of is. And then she has very few lines, but Donna is also one of my favorite characters in Parks and Rec.
Her one-liners get me. Her
Every
on the
time.
fucking like camping / deer hunting episode was so fucking funny.
Donna, are you okay? You're having a heart attack. Yeah, Donna's great.
Oh, she's so funny.
But there wasn't even a bird there. I don't know. Just seemed fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, Donna. Hell yeah, baby.
Yeah, like for real, honestly.
I
I love that energy.
love how we went from RuPaul's Drag Race to Parks and Rec. Do we want to answer more questions, or should we save them for next time? Let's see if there's any. Let's see if there's.
I got a couple
more. Let's see if there's any more good ones.
Okay, I'll show you these, and then I'll also show you the ones that I got. Do 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 do. Hey. That is another thing that I have been watching. Where is it? Oh, sorry. G.A.Y.
Oh wow, we got 2 more. Than when we started. Period. Do you think Susie 2 will eventually be an all-star? Yeah. Oh,
no
yeah.
question.
She also just won the Lollapalooza. Hell yeah, she's coming back for All-Stars.
She is an all-star.
How do you curse someone without getting any blowback? / what's your favorite cuss word? Okay, so...
That's great.
So, I think the circumstance and setting depends on how you cuss someone out. Me personally, I love doing it in a professional way because it's... If you can somehow, without getting personal and without cussing someone out, if you can also still make someone feel like shit by talking to them like they're dumb, that's my favorite way of doing it, like in a professional setting. So I think if you're in a professional setting, you bust out that thesaurus, you watch Paris is Burning for learning how to read, and then you go and do it, and you literally talk to them like they're a toddler. However, if we're talking straight cussing somebody out, like we're in a bar fight, or like bitches are just being ignorant wherever you are, or like someone has like wronged you horrifically, I think if you can insult who they are, weave in cussing, and then also like knock a few of their family members with some stray bullets in there, I think you really do like, you'll do the maximum amount of damage, and then you say your piece and then you walk away. the blowback from that situation, you just dust off and you don't even pay them any mind because you said your piece. You read them. Nothing more needs to be said. If they still want to talk to you about it, you just go, hey, baby girl, you want to expend the rest of that energy, you can go right ahead. But I said what I need to say, and if you can't be at peace with that... My favorite cuss word, though...
That's what I was going to ask.
God... This one we're gonna have to bleep, but a good old it really, really gets me going. You hit him with the, you hit him with the, you especially if it's a straight guy. You fucking yeah, dog. It feels good, especially from the soul.
You get it right there in the chest.
Yeah,
you're like, yes.
I literally just got like it's either heartburn from the Red Bull I drank, or it's like the feeling of that like spark igniting of like fucking. Like, yeah, I'm gonna have to bleep it, but it's gonna be so funny. Yeah.
I love that. I fucking love that.
What about you? What is your thought process on this question? Because you're not the confrontational type.
No, I wouldn't. I'm not gonna do. This is my confrontational. Like, if I need anything, you're going through him. You want to say anything to me? Say it to him. But say it to me. But then he'll speak on my behalf. Okay. I love a good old, specifically in the Jesse Pinkman voice. Yo, bitch.
Yo, bitch.
Yo,
yeah.
bitch.
Bitch is a good one. Yeah.
It's classic. You can throw it just to like anyone. It's
love
just
a pussy ass bitch.
A little pussy ass.
Yeah, a little pussy ass bitch. Yeah.
You little bitch. Stupid bitch.
Sorry, Mom.
Yeah. Sorry, Mom.
Yeah, oops. Sorry to all my family members who just watched this.
Sometimes I think about that, and then I realize I can't think about that. Sorry, Mom.
Yeah, no, I think that if you're going to cuss someone out, get ready for the blowback. If your job is on the line for it, tread lightly and think carefully.
Just don't do that.
I think if you're trying to do it, if you're doing it to someone that you already don't like or that's someone that's already giving you hell, you might as well, if they want, I'm always a fan of the expression of, if they want to go low, I'll go to hell. I got the time. Because if you got that energy to give to me, I can give it back because you obviously want that. Like if you're exuding or you're talking shit or you whatever, you want me to say something. So I'll say something, but I just hope emotionally you can handle it with your big people feelings. And if you want to swing, we can swing, but just know that's a toddler-ass response to start swinging.
You're crazy.
I think we wrapped that up pretty well. Let's talk about Severance, bitch.
Oh my god, Severance is so fucking good.
I would just like to go on the record and say I've been aware of Severance for a long time. However, I did not watch the show because fuck Apple TV.
Who has Apple TV? Yeah. Hey, question, who has that shit?
Yeah, because not me.
No.
Hey, not me.
Not me. Well, me for the next 3 months because it's $2.99.
Ooh!
Sorry for the plug, but it's a really fucking good deal. You guys gotta hop on that shit.
I am happy that I jumped on Severance as the second season ended, so I at least had 19 hours of content to absorb. But man, what a fucking show! Severance is so good. Yeah, dude. The work is important and the work is mysterious.
The work is mysterious.
Yeah.
You know what?
The numbers make me feel sad. Like, I want to do that job so bad because it, like, for my stimming purposes, looks like my gig. Pick a bunch of numbers, put them in a box. Ah!
You know what? Hell yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You get a fucking little picture, your buddies, and you get a little
vending machine.
A finger trap toy.
Yeah.
Maybe a waffle party. Fuck shit.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
Okay, I think the ultimate question is, would you
No.
sever yourself?
No. Nope.
I'm not gonna lie, the first 4 episodes I was like, take this shit out of me.
Yeah.
I was like, get me there. I wanna be there.
Maybe I would do it if I knew it could be undone safely, but I think knowing that I can't get it undone, kind of makes me not want to do it just because, first of all, one of the things that I definitely want to talk about, the acting in this show is phenomenal.
Insane.
It's so good. The cinematography and the camera movement, crazy good.
Wild.
All of it is operating on a level that's crazy. Also, hey, Ben Stiller, Hi, you ate that up, sir. You know what you're doing. I can't remember the writer's name right now, and that makes me so sad. He's the creator of it, too. Yeah, dog, you have a fucking vision, and it's really good. Yeah, I am just a big fan of it. The soundtrack is good. The acting is great. The story is good. All of it is just... And I think it also comes at a time, too, where people are genuinely done with work.
100%.
And so it's really satisfying to, like, see workers unionize.
100%.
Yeah.
Even in the first... I'm only 6 episodes into the first season, but you can already see, like, there's shit shifting, and, like, people are starting to, like, question the system and, like, question everything, and it's like, here we go, we're rebelling. And I'll say this because I think where the show really got me hooked is in that last episode, Dylan, you see him in his closet.
Yeah!
And the fucking...
The work from home
Milchak,
protocol.
he fucking comes and he's like, where's that fucking thing? Like, you gotta fucking, like, that's way more. And I was like, oh my god, bro! Like, what's going on?
And as soon as it happened, I was like, I'm stupid. Of course they can remotely do that to them. Why wouldn't they be able to?
Of course they can. They have a fucking chip in their brain.
Wait till you get to the D&D episode.
D&D?
Dog, I'm telling you, there's an episode that is so different from the rest of them, and it might be my favorite one. Like,
Holy
it's
shit.
so good. Oh! You are in for such a trip. Like, it's just good. Like, it's good. Patricia Arquette is such a good act. Like, all of the people... Like, I literally cannot gas this show up enough. Like...
It's insane. Whoa. The hype...
Definitely worth it.
Worth it.
Yeah.
On par.
Yeah.
If not talked about enough. Sorry.
Yeah.
Like, it's so fucking good.
We need more memes about Severance.
Yes.
We need the gays to start getting on Severance and making some memes.
Why has this not... Okay, maybe I just haven't paid enough attention, but was this not, like, nominated for awards? Or was it?
I think it was,
okay.
But the issue is I think there was a 2-3 year gap between season 1 and season 2.
Got it.
So it just kind of, like, fell off. Like, people just kind of forget.
Yeah.
Which sucks.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, do you have any more thoughts on Severance?
I just really fucking love it.
Those hallways, how do they know where they're going? I'd get lost.
No, like, there's no fucking way.
I'd show up 5 minutes early for work and then show up an hour later because I'd be like, sorry guys, I took the wrong left, and all of a sudden, I didn't know where I was.
Yeah.
And it's definitely on purpose, too.
Oh, 100%. Are you fucking kidding?
Sick.
Oh
yeah.
my god.
Oh, yeah. Also, Mr. Milchick is kind of hot. He's a very handsome guy.
I just want to know what the fuck the baby goats are for. I hope that gets answered.
Oh, bitch.
Oh,
you are in for such a fucking ride. Like, it's genuinely crazy. Yeah. There's a scene in season 2 where Bash kind of read me for filth, and it made me laugh so hard that we had to pause the episode because I was cry laughing. And what he said was, he goes, the scene is happening, and he's not even looking up at the screen. He's like painting his nails, I think, and he goes, you every 2 months when you want to get rid of your computer. And I was like, it made me laugh so fucking, and even thinking about it now makes me want to cry.
Oh my god.
Speaking about things that make me want to cry, hold on, I'm going to check to see how much time. Perfect. I am... Okay. I think I told you about this last week. Guys, I could do a whole podcast episode. Maybe if one time Maddie can't make it and I still want to do this, I'll spend my whole episode talking about Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh my
and my
god.
second hyperfixation that I could talk about, theme parks. I could talk about theme parks all motherfucking day.
I love this.
I was lucky enough and privileged enough, and my grandma was a fanatic, that as a kid, she lived in Florida. My grandpa has like a military discount, so we, as a kid, would get to go to Disney super cheap. And then as we got older, obviously those trips like weren't as frequent, but I hold them near and dear to my heart because it's like, when you're a kid and you're little, that shit's really magic. You're like, how the fuck is this actually going on?
Mm-hmm.
So when Epic Universe was coming out and the news broke about Epic Universe and the Dark Universe and How to Train Your Dragon and like all this shit, I was really gassed because you got horror movies and dragons right next to you, baby, I'm there.
That's
Hello?
you!
That's like literally me. And so I've been keeping up with the developments for this theme park. I've been like on the ground floor of like tweets and like Reddit posts and like, so needless to say, when we started getting like influencer videos from people being there and seeing it, genuinely takes my breath away. Like every time without fail I see something, I'm like, this shit, because why I care about like in film, because I've talked about it so much at this point, about like production value and about like making something tangible and being able to interact with it and touch it. I feel like as a human just kind of brings you in more to the experience and kind of enlightens the movie or enlightens the show or whatever it is. So earlier last week, I think it was last week, a TikTok came across my For You page early in the morning, which was for a roller coaster in the How to Train Your Dragon section of the park. And on this coaster, it's like, it's Hiccup teaching you how to ride a dragon, like how to fly on the back of a dragon. And he as the ride is starting, there's speakers in the seats, so it sounds like he's talking to you. And while you're taking off from the station, they start playing the like test drive music, which is the music that plays when he's learning how to fly. I'm getting emotional. Where he's learning how to fly Toothless for the first time. And like something about, because if I was there, I would cry. Like I even saw videos of Toothless, and I know it's a big robot, and I know the little ones are like the Boston Dynamic like cop robots, and like I totally get it. But like little Antonio would geek the fuck out. Like to have the wind in your hair and like the water do the as you like round a corner to the music, like you literally can't do that anywhere else. Like at all. And so it's just so cool. Like I want to, hey Universal, hey bud, I'm crying, so I need you to give me tickets because now my feelings are hurt. And you need to pay for the plane ticket. And actually, to make me really feel better, because I think I'm going to cry for the rest of the night, throw in some complimentary hotels. Thoughts?
We need a picture with Toothless.
Yeah, in 0.5.
In
actually.
0.5.
Oh, I'm done.
Y'all don't even know, this guy has made me watch so many fucking YouTube videos about roller coasters and theme parks and hidden ones and shut down ones and abandoned ones. Like this is...
That's why men are obnoxious. I guarantee you there's a man on that bike.
So how fucking rude.
Especially while a woman's talking.
Seriously. But genuinely, like, this bitch loves roller coasters, theme parks. That is like his fucking thing.
Straight up. Yeah. And like
it looks so fucking
it
cool.
looks so cool. And like
what's the monster world called?
It's called I think it's called the Dark Universe. That's just what they're calling it. But the ride is called like some Monsters Unleashed or something like that.
That looks insane.
Yeah, dog. Like that's the part that really gets me is like you really just get to play imagination with a bunch of people in a room, and then a bunch of people go, yeah, we'll make that. Hello? Like, isn't that kind of just the dream, is to be able to, like, get paid for playing imagination and then building the imagination thing out and seeing it in real time? Like, yeah. Can't wait to go. Need to go before societal collapse happens.
No, 100%. Especially since it's in Florida.
It's also like my ultimate capitalist consumer. Like I let myself buy in. I buy the wand. I buy the merch. I buy the food. Like I go all out because it's like genuinely you will not be in another place that's like this. Also, just some quick YouTube video recommendations if you're like me and you're into theme parks. Jenny Nicholson goes and explores a role-playing theme park. It has the same name as that Taylor Swift album, Evermore?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jenny Nicholson has a video on Evermore. Jenny Nicholson has a video on the Star Wars Hotel, and and how shitty that was. It's 4 hours long. It's like one of the best pieces of filmmaking art I've ever seen in my entire life. And then the third video I would recommend would be the Defunct Land video on Fast Passes.
Love.
It's like, it's so good. I've tried to get Bash to watch them a couple times, but like I totally get it because they're long videos and it's really boring, especially if you're not into that shit. But man, also theme parks are a really good study into the sociology of people. Anyway,
Ooh,
I'll step out my. Do you have anything on any in your notes app? That was my soapbox for theme parks for the day. Thank you.
I love that.
Or a question.
I don't want to say this one, but I think it's actually really fucking funny. Okay, I'll say it.
Which one?
Would you take a Hillary puff off the Penn Stefani?
Absolutely. That's the best way I've had someone ask me that question.
That's so fucking funny. I forgot I wrote that down. Can I just say that my favorite band, the Driver Era, dropped a new album?
I love that!
And it's like,
that's the
pretty good.
That's the R5 bitches, right?
Ross Lynch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know R5.
Of course I do.
Real.
Yeah, well, duh, you're my
He's
best
a real
friend.
fan.
Why wouldn't
The
I
fuck?
know about R5? Hello?
I wrote a little, like a little thing on it. Actually, I didn't. So the album's called Obsession. I think it was a really solid album. Musically, they are some of the most unique sounding bands. Like, they just have such a weird indie pop rock, like electronic dance vibe. And they just don't fit into a category, and it's really fucking cool. I'm gonna go into some real nerd shit. Ellington Ratliff was the drummer of R5, and he is credited for a lot of songs on that album, and you can totally fucking hear it. He is amazing, and you should definitely check out his music. Where I think the album could have taken maybe a better turn or a worse turn. Lyrically, holy shit. I don't think men should ever be able to pick up a pen. Sometimes I don't think men should write. It's a total party album, which I respect, but they wrote it as a party vibe, and some of the lyrics are just not fucking there, and it's really sad because they have so many bangers. San Francisco, Take Me Away, OMG, Please Don't Come Around. Like, they have the writing chops. They have the ability to do that, and it just felt lazy. I don't know, but
can I tell a joke?
Really good. Please.
If any of the members of the Driver Era invited me to a party, I would definitely be like, oh my god, yeah, like, text me the address, text me the time, let me know, and I'll definitely show up. Like, and if I don't show up, just as something more important probably came up. And then guess what I would do?
You wouldn't go.
Not show up.
It's okay, they wouldn't want you there, they only want young women. That is some tea.
My favorite thing about
tell me why you guys play college shows all the time.
My favorite thing about Maddie is, although she is like a fan of this band, she very much is like talks shit about them at the same time. Like the Twitter timeline when they do something shitty, 30 tweets in a row, and then they'll get one, oh my god, you guys did so good at this show, like that video 8. And it's like, hey, so if you're insulting them 30 times in a row and you only compliment them once, are you a hater or do you like them?
No, it's not a hater.
Or do you love to hate them?
No, well...
You're like, no!
Maybe a little bit. Here's the thing. I think we should just hold people accountable for their fucking actions.
Real.
How about that?
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Sorry, like...
They do deserve the 30
I don't know. Jesus. Also, stop fucking playing Austin and Ally and the Teen Beach Movie songs on your fucking tours. Start playing some R5 songs, you guys. What are we doing?
Well,
what's going on?
They can't get TikToks off of a band that they didn't know.
Damn.
You know what I mean? Like, there's a reason. There's a reason they had to change their name. The driver era has a more lustful sound than
they
R5.
were just eating as R5, and their sound was starting to change, and like, I don't know. The driver era is great. It's a great project. I would say this all to their fucking faces, by the way. I don't know. This is just, they've just been with me for a long time, so like, just love their music. I don't know them as people, but, you know, it just doesn't... Vibes are off. Vibes are very man vibes. Vibes are a little scary sometimes.
Would you go and see them in concert? Oh, well, yes. That was a dumb question.
Yeah, so I will be seeing them twice. See you, Pookies! Can't wait!
This is the type of energy that would be like this is giving the one friend group that you hang out with in middle school, but then they're all actually mean to you when you're out there.
100%. And they're mean to me. That's the problem. They would be mean to me.
Let's do one more thought. Let's do one more note.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, damn.
We spent 30 minutes talking about Yellowjackets.
Damn.
I saw this. So recently, I watched all of the episodes of the new Amy Poehler podcast that only have women in it, called Good Hang. Go check it out. Shout out Amy Poehler. Shout out Good Hang. We also talked about Parks and Rec in here. I love you, Amy Poehler.
Love you, Amy Poehler.
Seriously, like one of the foundational stones of like me as a creative, like. Just because I thought that her drive, and especially hearing about all the shit she did for Parks and Rec, like behind the scenes, was just really inspiring. Because sometimes sheer just determination and drive and being like, no, we're doing this, is how you get shit done.
100%. What do you think we're doing?
Exactly. Hey. Put her there, pal. Boom.
Boom.
That's why men suck.
It's about drive. It's about power.
But there was that was crazy. There was a question that her and Rashida Jones like talked about for a minute that I thought was really interesting. And the question is, what's the worst version of yourself that you're worried people perceive you as? Here, real quick, here's mine. I worry that people think that I talk too much, that I'm too loud, that I make cringy jokes, that I'm too much of a man, like when I enter certain spaces. And I'm also worried that people are like, oh, he's kind of a dick.
Damn. Yeah, felt
like the version of me that I am worried people perceive me as is a stereotypical gay twink.
Real. Hey,
is that you?
Are we just scared that people perceive us as our stereotypes? Because that's
Yeah.
Hey, yeah.
Hey, yeah. Okay, that's crazy. That reminded me of that audio. Please.
Melissa
layered on.
Sorry, yeah.
Melissa Hat. You ain't got a last name.
Whack. I don't even know if that was the next bar.
What is it? She's like, Mari Pitt girl. You were my it girl.
That's so funny. Also rip a kilo.
Rip baby girl. Oh, sorry, Yellowjacket spoilers.
Yeah, Yellowjacket spoilers.
Well, that's not confirmed. Let's just say that.
That was a jump scare right there.
That's not confirmed. No, it's not. Hey, it's actually not confirmed. Don't let this man fucking lie to you. Don't let this man lie to you. It's not confirmed. There's no body. There's no nothing. There was no actual on-screen evidence of her dying. Unless I can't remember.
Season 4, episode 1.
He's lying. Don't listen to this man.
Yeah, maybe. But I also think that she might have got whacked with a rock and is knocked out and is probably going to be lost in those caves.
Maybe, but we don't know.
True. We don't know.
We don't know.
And you want to know what else I don't know? I don't know how people perceive me, but I just got to be okay with how they do perceive me.
Yeah, here's the thing. I just don't give a fuck.
I could really give a damn. I
could really give a fuck as you bitches know what's up. It's Doji. Bitch, miss
copyright. Right? No, we're not making money.
They don't. They're not paying us yet. Where's our money?
Yeah. Give me your fucking money! Closing thoughts. Serving cunt is just something you're born with. It's not something you can do, and if you can't do it at this point, sorry.
You can learn, though.
Yeah, you can learn.
Melissa Hat.
Fuck you. Is the best swear word. Toothless, I need to meet you. I need to see the Dracula toes in the dark universe. Steven Sondheim, Rip Boo, miss you.
Real. Aquila, you're alive. The driver era, keep making music.
Sounds like you don't want them to do that, though.
Yeah, but it's pretty good.
Okay. My bad. I broke you out of your trance. Keep going.
And fuck you,
Melissa Hat.
Period. Fuck you, Melissa.
Fuck you, Melissa.
Hat.
All right.
That's it.
Bye. Do.